Hey, welcome back, my peoples. I just wanted to do a little flip through, and I'm sorry if I keep moving the camera around. I made this really creative tripod stand made out of minute rice. Anyways, it works for now until I can afford to buy a tripod. So yeah, I thought I'd come do a flip through with you guys and get it out of the way. If you guys have any questions or if you want to know something, just leave your comments down below. Leave me a whatever question you have for me, and I'll try and get back to them as quickly as I can. So I thought I'd do these two flip throughs for you guys. This is a mini blah blah blah. Shoot. I paint in this one. I'm practicing painting and drawing, so I need to tone down my volume, my voice. So I'm practicing painting and drawing. So I thought I didn't want to make it too big. I just wanted a small one to practice with first. And then if I got better, then move on to a bigger one. But this one I usually write the dates of when I start them. Yeah, see? Started in October 1st, 17. So this was the first one, and I wanted to write inspirational quote or something. So, and it gets pretty thick and the papers kept kind of falling out. But yeah, so here's the first one, buttons. I collected buttons and I just used them, and it's supposed to look like a flower. Telling myself to don't chicken out. Like anything I start, I have such a terrible problem of my anxiety and my depression and my paranoia is the worst. I tend to not finish anything and I get scared. And just one second, I'm going to shut the door. My son's coming up. I'll quit stuff because I'm paranoid people are talking about me or anything. And my anxiety being around people, a lot of people, scares me. And then I get depressed, and it's just a vicious cycle. It goes around and around and around. But I'm trying to get better. I'm applying to school to become an addictions counselor, and I prayed about it, and it just hit me really hard, to become an addictions counselor. I just knew it was my calling. So, so I'm hoping that, it will also help me heal from my past, the things that I went through. So I think it's going to be really good. I have a really strong feeling it's going to be really good for myself also. So anyway, I did this, which is don't chicken out. Means don't quit, just keep going, just push yourself. And then this one, chase your rainbow, which was my addictions counseling career. I didn't want to, I'm not going to quit. And then there's this one, no one will ever understand what anybody goes through. We all have our own stories to tell. And it's rare you'll find anyone that's had a great life, that nothing bad has happened to them. That's so rare. So I always try, when I meet new people and I talk to people, I try my best to understand them and not to be critical, judgmental, or discouraging. I try to be the opposite of those, and because I don't know what they go through, and I would hate to be I would hate to cause anyone any pain or sadness. So we all have our own stories, and one day I'll share mine. I just don't know how to get started on it, and I will. And here's one. Oh dear. And sometimes, some of these, like, I had kept them for a long time and I hoarded them. And so I just wanted to start using them. And I wanted it to be like 3D type. Like this heart was stuck on and this was stuck on. I wanted it to kind of stick out of the page. So, but first tries. And this one I did yesterday. There's always a choice. You could take the good road or the bad road. There's always a choice to everything. Always. There's never just one path for you to follow. You always have that choice to go one way or the other. And, I always wish for everyone to choose the right road all the time. But sometimes it's just not possible, I guess. So yeah, I did this yesterday, drew this, glued it on. Same goes for this. And I hope it looks like, I hope you guys get the idea of what it's supposed to be. Like it's a girl trying to make the choices. Me. So that was done, and I'll do something again. I don't always do this. I don't do this every day, just when I feel like painting or doing something. I'll go to this little book. And this one I started in PA, Prince Albert, where my dad was sick, and we live in a small community, like far away. The closest hospital is 2.5 hours away. So if an emergency happens, a plane will medevac people out to the hospital in Laurent. But it's not equipped for major stuff, like big stuff. And he really didn't want to stay in Laurent. He wanted to go to Prince Albert, where the rest of the family was, my sisters and brothers. So he went to Laurent. I took their truck and their dog bingo, and I drove the truck to meet them in Laurent. Then from Laurent, I drove for another 2 hours to get to Prince Albert. Yeah, so I was there, and I just got back on Friday, I think. Thursday. I got back on Thursday. But while I was there with my nieces and nephews, which was a blessing, I just loved being around my nieces and nephews. I sat with the girls. My niece Sky is 16, and my other niece Maddie is 11. And so I sat with them, and we just, I taught them how to just find garbage anywhere on the street, garbage mail, anything, and just glue it. Just glue. So this was a day that me and my parents went. This was my birthday, and we went. They bought me a muffin and a bagel and some coffee. It was really nice to sit and visit with them. My sister April was there, and my son Logan, my oldest son. So I wanted to keep the bag and another bag in there. So I wanted to keep the bag, just memories, And then there was my niece Sky brought up, she's starting to junk journal as well. I taught her how to junk journal and craft and all that to keep herself busy. So she had a bunch of books downstairs, and she brought them all up, and so we cut them up, and one of them was really interesting. I love this one. There's a bunch of them, these I got from that book. A book of dreams, that's what it was. So, and then you just cut out, and it had sayings to what, if you dreamt of something, you look it up. And I didn't really read the whole thing. And I only took a little bit of, I didn't want to take up too much of her stash, because she's starting to, and I have my own stuff already. But I just wanted to do something with them. Mom got this. She was waiting at the hospital with my dad, and this was in a magazine. And she thought it was really cute, so she brought it to me. And this came from that book of dreams too. I love old vintage pictures like this. I just love that. This I absolutely love too. Sometimes it turns out beautiful, and then sometimes it just really turns out to be garbage.